Alright, so follow me as I do shit as a Marine Tech. Day 4. There we go. Alright, updating y'all. So, last video, got the radar installed. Boom, antenna. Go to the AM antenna. Gotta change out the VHF antenna to a black one. That's what's in that tube right there. And then here, putting the ignition switch in. I'm gonna get this shit all put back together. Get that shit all put back together, and then we will get in there and start wiring. Alright. Put this fuzzy thing on here so hopefully you don't hear me breathe. I've been listening to some of my videos I've been making. I sound like I'm fucking 400 pounds walking upstairs. Alright, so we are hooking up the VHF and stereo. It's just everything's free hanging right now. I ended up having to pull. This is the stereo memory wire. So older stereos have a wire separate from the power and ground that you use for memory. It just gets hooked up to a breaker and it keeps power on it. That way you don't have to lose your settings and your time. If not, every time you turn off the stereo, it'll basically resets. So I had to pull this cable. I cut it from the stereo and use this as a pull cable to get a cord through, so that way I could pull the radar power and radar network cable. It was a huge pain in the ass to get this through. This is an older boat, and so the tower legs are absolutely slammed full of wires. Alright, we got transducer cable 1 tied to the end of the string, and this one gets routed differently, so I pulled the pull string down and attached that cable in there. So both cables are attached to the same pull string in different locations. Let's see if we can get this pulled through here. There's my string. That's the gas tank. So far so good. Oh, there's cable 1. And there's cable 2. Easy peasy. Now what's gonna suck is pulling them from this nasty ass hole under here, and they gotta come out. If you can see it, there's the rig tube right there. So we gotta pull them up through there, and then I'll set up in here and get the wiring. Alright, a little bit of an update. You can see I got this new switch panel in here and wired, so I'm gonna run the power. A lot of this cable in the bottom, like all that pulled up, is excess radar wire, excess NEMA, bunch of grounds, and there's the transducer wire just hanging out there, 8-pin, 12-pin. Still have to do the Garmin compass, throttle, the engine gauges, and control. But yeah, making good progress.